All right, welcome everyone to another deep dive. Today we'll be digging into The Entrepreneur's Roadmap
Ooh.
by Christopher Emmanuel.
Yes.
And I think one of the most interesting things about this book and about this author
Mm-hmm.
is that he's actually a business coach who's also an accountant.
It's a powerful combination.
It is a powerful combination.
Yeah.
So we're going to get this financial perspective on
It's
business.
exactly. He brings that analytical mindset, that attention to detail that accountants are known for, and blends it with that strategic, big picture thinking that's essential for entrepreneurial success. It's a potent mix.
For sure. And today we're going to be going over some of the key takeaways from this book. And he breaks it down into 8 kind of milestones.
Milestones, love it.
Which I thought was kind of an interesting way to break.
That's a great framework.
Yeah, to break down the entrepreneurial journey,
Yeah, it's like a GPS guiding you step by step to build that thriving business.
So let's jump right into milestone number 1.
Okay, let's go.
Business fundamentals.
The foundation.
The foundation.
The bedrock. It all starts here.
It does. And he starts with mindset.
Yes.
Which I always find interesting because, most business books kind of jump
straight into the tactics.
Right into the
and strategies.
Yeah, the strategy and the to-dos.
The doing.
He goes deep.
He goes to the roots. He recognizes that your mindset, those beliefs and values you hold, they shape every decision you make, every action you take in your business. It's like the soil from which your business will grow.
Yeah, for sure. And he really emphasizes that your beliefs and values actually shape your business.
Absolutely. They're not just some fluffy, feel-good concepts. They have a tangible impact on your bottom line.
Yeah, and the next thing he goes into is having written statements.
Oh, yes. The power of putting pen to paper or fingers to keyboard, as it may be these days.
Right.
Yeah.
He wants you to actually write these things down.
He's a big believer in that. It's not enough to just think about it, to have these fuzzy ideas floating around in your head. You've got to crystallize them, make them concrete by writing them down.
So for vision,
Uh-huh.
what does he say about vision?
Vision is where it all begins. It's that big, audacious dream, the ultimate impact you want to make. And he's very specific about how to craft that vision statement. He says, keep it concise, something you can read in under 30 seconds, but pack it with emotion, make it come alive. He even suggests checking out examples on his website to get those creative juices flowing.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's always helpful to see how others have articulated their vision. It can spark your own creativity.
Then mission statement.
The mission statement is your purpose, declared loud and clear. What are you here to do? What problem are you solving? He recommends keeping it to just a couple of sentences, short and impactful. It's like the elevator pitch for your business's soul.
Oh, I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, what about culture or values statement?
The culture statement. This one's all about those guiding principles that shape how you do business, how you interact with clients, how you treat your team, the ethical standards you uphold. And for this one, he recommends a bullet point format. Keeps it clear and concise, easy to reference.
So these seem like a lot of prep work, right?
Yeah, it might feel that way.
Yeah.
But trust me, it's worth it.
Before we actually get into the business, why is he putting so much emphasis on these foundational?
Because he gets it.
Yeah.
He understands that building a successful business is not just about the mechanics, the strategies, the tactics. It's about building something that's aligned with who you are at your core. It's about creating a business that reflects your values, a business that you're proud to call your own.
Yeah, it seems like he's setting you up for success before you even get started.
Absolutely. He's helping you lay that strong, unshakable foundation that can weather any storm. He's helping you build a business that's not just profitable, but also meaningful and fulfilling.
Right. And then he goes into this goal-setting system.
Oh, yes. The 10521-6330.
10521-6330.
It sounds a bit like a code, doesn't it?
It does sound like a code.
But it's actually a brilliant system.
What is it?
It's all about setting goals across all areas of your life. He calls them flesh, spirit, soul, and environment for various time frames.
Okay, flesh, spirit, soul, and environment.
Yeah, it's a holistic approach to goal setting. He's not just focused on your business goals. He's looking at the bigger picture, the whole you.
So that's 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, 1 year.
You got it. 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, 3 months, even 30 days.
Oh, wow.
It's about striking that balance between long-term vision and short-term motivation.
Okay, so we've got our mindset straight, we've got our goals,
Yeah.
and then he goes right into milestone 2,
Which is
business strategy.
Ah, now we're getting into the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, so this is where we're going to turn
Dreams into reality.
dreams into reality.
It's where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah. And he doesn't shy away from details here?
Oh, no, he gets very specific.
What's the first thing he...
First things first, he's a huge advocate for having written action plans for each of your goals. No more fuzzy ideas. We need concrete steps.
So he wants you to actually write out your action plan.
Absolutely. Get it out of your head and onto paper.
Okay. And
Yeah.
then he goes into the break-even point.
Oh, yes, the BEP. This is crucial, especially for those considering going full-time in network marketing.
Can you break down why that is so?
Absolutely. The break-even point is essentially the level of sales where your income covers all your fixed expenses.
Yeah.
Knowing this number is essential because it tells you how much you need to sell to simply stay afloat.
So before you quit your
Exactly.
day job.
Don't jump ship until you hit that break-even point. It's about being realistic and avoiding unnecessary financial stress.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people kind of have this idea that they're just going to jump in.
Oh, yeah, the overnight success myth.
Yeah.
It's very seductive.
It's very seductive.
Though rarely the reality.
Right.
Yeah.
And he really emphasizes that you should not.
He's all about building a sustainable business.
Nice.
You know, something that's built to last.
Okay, so we've got our mindset, our goals, our break-even point, and then what?
Then we dive into the TOWS or SWOT analysis. This is where we get strategic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So TOWS or SWOT stands for?
It stands for threats, opportunities, weaknesses, and strengths. It's about understanding your business landscape, both the challenges and the advantages. And what's the key takeaway he emphasizes?
I don't know.
Focus on your strengths.
Focus on your strengths.
Yes. Don't get bogged down trying to fix all your weaknesses. Play to your strengths. Leverage what you're already good at.
Instead of trying to...
Exactly. Don't spread yourself thin.
Right.
Focus on what you excel at
Right.
and consider outsourcing those areas where you might not be as strong.
Okay, and then he goes into inventorying your assets.
Yes. Taking stock of what you own and putting protection strategies in place. And guess who he suggests involving in this process?
I don't know. A lawyer.
An accountant.
An accountant.
Yeah, they can help you understand the financial implications and ensure everything is properly documented and protected.
Okay, smart. And then he goes into choosing the right business structure.
Oh, yes, a crucial decision.
Yeah.
And he cautions against a one-size-fits-all approach here. The best structure for you will depend on your goals and the nature of your business.
And he gives a great tip, which I thought was really helpful.
Oh, do tell.
If your accountant just recommends one type of structure without even considering your individual.
Ooh, red flag.
Yeah.
Red flag. It might be time to find an accountant who takes a more personalized approach. Someone who truly understands your needs.
Right, because it's all about finding the right
fit.
Fit.
The right structure that aligns with your vision and supports your growth.
Okay, and then, of course, financial.
Yes, the dreaded F word for some.
Forecasting and budgeting.
But Emmanuel breaks it down in a way that makes it feel empowering, not intimidating.
And he mentions this XXX rule.
Oh, yes, he teases it a bit.
And he teases it, yeah.
But promises to explain it later.
I'm intrigued.
Me too.
Yeah.
It sounds like a secret weapon for financial success.
It does. And he also talks about identifying.
Yes, those key performance indicators, those KPIs, these are the metrics that really matter, the ones that tell you how your business is truly performing.
And these should be tailored to your business.
Absolutely. What are you selling? What are your goals? Your KPIs should reflect those unique aspects of your business.
So if you're selling a product, what would be some KPIs you might track?
If you're selling a product, you might track the number of leads you generate per month, the average number of transactions per customer, the average sales value per transaction. It's all about measuring what matters most for your specific business model.
Right. And then he also stresses the importance of having
a written growth strategy.
A written growth strategy.
Yes, encompassing sales, marketing, promotion, even press releases. It's about having a roadmap for how you plan to reach more customers and expand your reach.
And even an exit strategy.
Ah, yes. Thinking about the end game.
Which a lot of people don't do.
It's often overlooked.
In the beginning.
Especially in the early stages.
Yeah.
But he's right.
Yeah.
It's crucial to have that vision for the future, to think about what you want to ultimately achieve with this business.
And he even quotes Brad Sugars.
Oh, yes, a powerful quote.
Yeah.
Brad Sugars says that a true business works without you. It's about creating something that can thrive even if you step away.
That's a powerful thought.
It is. Yeah. It's about building something bigger than yourself.
Yeah.
Something that has lasting value.
So we've covered a lot of ground in this first milestone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what's resonating with me the most is that he's really setting you up for success before you even start.
He's building that solid foundation, both internally and externally. It's about aligning your mindset, clarifying your vision, and creating a solid plan to bring it all to life.
Right. And I think a lot of people just want to get into, like, the action steps,
They want to skip to the doing.
Yeah.
But he's saying, hold on.
Right.
Let's get the foundation right first.
Yeah.
And then we'll build from there.
And then we'll build from there.
Absolutely.
Okay, so stay tuned for part 2, where we delve into milestone 2, building your dream team.
That's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun. All right, we'll be right back.
See you then. All right, so welcome back to our deep dive into the entrepreneur's roadmap.
Okay, so we've laid the groundwork, we've got the foundation, and now it's time to start building the road.
That's right. We're moving on to milestone 3, which is all about building your business team.
So this is where those leadership skills become super important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's one thing to have a vision. It's another to inspire others to join you on that journey.
Right. And he actually breaks down leadership into
5 distinct levels.
5 levels, okay? Let's hear it.
Yeah, he borrows from John C. Maxwell's framework, which is a pretty well-known model in leadership circles.
Okay.
So it all starts with level 1, which is position.
Position, so you're just the boss?
Pretty much, yeah. People follow you because they have to.
Right, because of your title.
Exactly.
Not necessarily because they want to.
Not the most inspiring level of leadership, let's be honest.
Okay, so that's level 1. What's level 2?
Level 2 is permission.
Permission.
This is where things start to get a bit more interesting.
Okay.
People follow you because they want to, not just because they have to.
Because they respect you?
Exactly. They respect you, they trust your judgment, they see you as someone worth following.
Okay, what about level 3?
Level 3 is production.
Production.
At this level, people follow you because of what you've achieved for the organization.
So you've got results?
You've got a track record, you've proven yourself to be competent and capable.
Oh, yeah?
You're walking the walk, not just talking the talk.
All right, level 4.
Level 4 is people development.
Okay.
This is where you start to really invest in your team, you mentor them, you help them grow.
Ah, so it's less about you and more about them.
Exactly. You're focused on developing their skills, empowering them to reach their full potential.
So you're creating leaders.
In a sense, yes, you're building up the next generation of leaders within your organization.
And then what's level 5?
Level 5 is the pinnacle. It's where people follow you because of who you are and what you represent.
So it's beyond just skills and results.
It's about character, it's about integrity, it's about inspiring others through your values and your vision.
So think of like a Nelson Mandela.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People followed him not just because of what he did, but because of who he was.
Wow, that's powerful.
It is.
Okay, so even if we're not at level 5 leadership yet, we can still start building our teams, right?
Absolutely.
So what are some practical steps we can take?
Well, the first step he recommends is to draw up an organization chart.
Okay, even if you're a one-man show.
Even if you're just starting out.
Yeah.
It's about envisioning that ideal structure, identifying those key roles that you'll need to fill as you grow.
So it's like a blueprint for your dream team.
Exactly. It helps you think strategically about the structure of your business.
And then what?
Once you have that organization chart, start brainstorming names of people who could potentially fill those roles.
Okay, so network, network, network.
Exactly. Keep your eyes open for talented individuals who align with your vision.
And then he also mentions thinking about those external teams.
Ah, yes. Those crucial partners who can support your business.
Accountants, lawyers, IT support.
Exactly. Those professionals who can provide expertise in areas where you might not have it yourself.
So build a strong support network.
It's about recognizing that you can't do it all alone.
Right, and it's about playing to your strengths.
Absolutely.
So we've built our team, we've got our internal team, we've got our external support network. What's next?
Now it's time to talk about systems.
Systems, okay.
Milestone 4 is all about business systems.
So these are more than just the systems provided by the network marketing company itself.
That's right. Those systems are important for handling things like orders and commissions.
The technical stuff.
Yeah, the back end of the business.
Right.
But you also need to develop your own internal systems for managing things like your finances, your operations, your team communication.
It's about creating that structure that allows your business to run smoothly.
Exactly.
And he's a big advocate for cloud-based systems.
Oh, yes. He sees those as the future of business operations.
And I think he makes a great comparison.
What's that?
He compares the initial resistance to cloud-based systems to the skepticism surrounding online banking.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah, remember when people were afraid to do their banking online?
Oh, I do. It wasn't that long ago.
Right.
But now it's the norm.
Now it's like, who goes to the bank anymore?
Exactly. And just like online banking, cloud-based systems offer so many advantages in terms of accessibility, collaboration, and data security.
So what specific cloud-based systems does he recommend?
Well, he suggests having separate systems for various aspects of your business.
Okay, like what?
He recommends systems for business operations, accounting, data storage, team collaboration, legal matters, customer relationship management, or CRM, human resources, and even policies and procedures.
Wow, that's a lot of systems.
It is, but it highlights the fact that business systems encompass so much more than just sales and marketing.
It's about having that infrastructure in place to support every aspect of your business.
Exactly. It's about creating a streamlined and efficient operation that can scale as you grow.
All right, so we've planned our business, we've assembled our dream team, we've set up our systems. What's next?
Now it's time to put all that planning into action.
Okay, so this is where the rubber meets the road.
Exactly.
Milestone 5 is all about implementation.
That's right. It's where we turn ideas into reality.
All right, I'm ready. Let's hear it. How do we implement all of this?
He breaks down implementation into 5 key components.
5 key components. Okay, give them to me.
The first one is what he calls the action plan of follow-through, or APFT.
The APFT.
Yeah, remember those written action plans we talked about earlier?
Right.
Well, this is where we break them down into specific, actionable steps. No more vague to-do lists.
Okay, so clear, concise actions.
Exactly.
All right, that's the first component. What's the second?
The second component is all about accountability. It's about identifying the person in charge, the PIC, for each of those action steps.
So no more dropping the ball.
Exactly. Clear ownership and responsibility.
Okay, I like it. What's the third component?
The third component is resources. We need to gather everything we need to successfully implement our plan.
So that's financial resources, personnel, equipment.
Anything and everything that's required to get the job done.
Okay, component number 4.
Component number 4 is the financial budget.
Ah, the budget, yes.
We need to be realistic about the costs associated with implementation and allocate the necessary funds.
No surprise there. It's all about planning.
Exactly.
And the fifth and final component.
The fifth component is what he calls a peak performance system.
Okay, a peak performance system. I like the sound of that.
It's about setting realistic deadlines for each step in your action plan and establishing at least one KPI to track your progress.
So we're holding ourselves accountable to both the process and the results.
Exactly. It's about creating a system that sets you up for success.
I like it. And remember that triple X rule you mentioned earlier?
Oh, yes, the mysterious triple X rule.
Yeah, I'm dying to know what that's all about.
Well, I think now is the perfect time to reveal it.
Okay, hit me with it.
It's a system for managing your finances more effectively.
Okay, I'm listening.
And it all starts with setting up at least 3 separate bank accounts in addition to your main business account.
3 separate accounts, okay? I'm intrigued.
The first account is for emergency funds.
Emergency funds, okay.
This is your safety net. Aim to have at least 6 months' worth of fixed expenses stashed away in this account.
So if something unexpected happens.
Exactly. You've got a cushion to fall back on.
That's smart. What's the second account for?
The second account is for capital or investment funds.
Okay, so money to reinvest back into the business.
Exactly. Money for growth and expansion.
And the third account?
The third account is for taxes.
Taxes, of course.
You want to make sure you're setting aside enough money to cover your tax obligations.
Especially if you're self-employed.
Absolutely. It's crucial to stay on top of your taxes.
Okay, so that's the triple X rule, 3 separate accounts, emergency funds, capital funds, and taxes.
He also suggests 2 additional optional accounts.
Oh, what are those?
A reserved funds account to cover those unexpected bills that pop up, and a GST funds account if your business is registered for goods and services tax.
So it's all about being organized and proactive with your finances?
Exactly. It's about taking control of your financial destiny.
I like it.
And in addition to this financial system, he also stresses the importance of having written policies and procedures for your business.
So even if you're a small operation?
Especially if you're a small operation.
Yeah.
It ensures consistency and efficiency, especially as you start to grow and bring on more team members.
It's about having everyone on the same page.
Exactly.
All right, so we've implemented our plans, we've built our team, we've established clear systems.
We're making progress.
We're making progress, but how do we know if it's all working?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it leads us perfectly into our next milestone.
Okay, but before we get to that,
Yeah.
what's resonating with you the most about building your team and establishing systems?
For me, it's the emphasis on clarity and structure.
Clarity and structure.
Yeah, it's about creating a framework that supports your growth and allows your business to run smoothly.
And I think the triple X rule is brilliant.
It's a game changer, for sure.
Yeah, it's such a simple yet powerful system.
Simple systems are often the most effective.
Right.
Okay, so are you ready to move on to our next milestone?
I am. Let's talk about measurement and monitoring.
All right, let's dive in.
Welcome back to the show, and we're continuing our deep dive into the entrepreneur's roadmap.
It's been quite a journey, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah.
And now we're going to be digging into milestone 6,
which is
business measurement and monitoring.
Ah, yes, the data-driven part of the journey.
Yes.
It's where we make sure we're not just moving, but moving in the right direction.
Right. And he starts off with a great quote by Peter Drucker.
Oh, a classic.
It says, "You can't manage what you can't measure." So true. So true. It's a fundamental principle of business, really of life in general, you know. You can't improve what you don't track.
So he's basically saying, if you're not measuring, you're not managing.
Exactly. You're just guessing.
Yeah. And I think a lot of business owners, especially maybe new business owners, are kind of scared of the numbers.
They can be intimidating, especially if you don't have a financial background.
Yeah. And so he goes into 4 key metrics.
Ah, yes. The vital signs of your business.
Okay.
He says every entrepreneur should be tracking these.
So what are those?
The profit and loss statement, the balance sheet, cash flow, and those key performance indicators or KPIs.
Okay. Let's start with the profit and loss statement.
All right. The P&L. This is a pretty standard financial report. Most people in business are familiar with this one.
So this one shows you basically your income versus your expenses. It shows you your revenue, your costs, and ultimately whether you're making a profit or a loss.
Right. So I think a lot of people put a lot of emphasis on the P&L.
Yeah.
What does Christopher Emmanuel say about that?
He actually challenges the notion that the P&L is the be-all and end-all. He argues that it can be misleading because it doesn't always reflect the actual cash flow of the business.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not just about how much money you're bringing in.
It's about when that money's coming in and when it's going out.
So this is where he says cash flow is king.
Ah, yes. Cash flow is king. You can have a profitable business on paper, according to your P&L, but if you don't have the cash on hand to cover your expenses, you're in trouble.
Right. Because you could have a lot of outstanding invoices.
Exactly. You could have made a bunch of sales, but if those invoices haven't been paid yet, you don't actually have the cash to operate your business.
So cash flow is the lifeblood of the business.
It is. It's what keeps the engine running.
So make sure you're tracking your cash flow carefully.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's the P&L and cash flow. What about the balance sheet?
The balance sheet is a snapshot of your business's financial health at a specific moment in time. It shows you your assets, what you own, your liabilities, what you owe, and your equity, which is the difference between the two.
So it's basically a statement of your business's net worth.
In a sense, yes, it tells you what your business is worth at that particular point in time.
Okay, and the final metric, KPIs.
Ah, yes, those key performance indicators.
So what are KPIs?
These are specific metrics that provide insights into how well your business is performing in those key areas that are important to your success.
So these are going to be different for every business.
Absolutely.
Okay, so for network marketing businesses.
Yeah.
What are some KPIs they might want to track?
Well, he outlines 6 essential KPIs that are particularly relevant for network marketing businesses.
All right, hit me with those 6.
Number 1 is impressions. This is how many people are seeing your message, whether it's on your website, social media, or through your marketing efforts.
So it's about measuring your reach.
Exactly. Then we have response rate, which measures what percentage of those impressions are actually converting into leads or inquiries.
So it's not just about getting your message out there. It's about getting people to respond to it.
Exactly. Next, we have the conversion ratio, which measures how many of those leads are actually becoming paying customers.
So it's about closing the deal.
Exactly. Then we have the average number of transactions per customer, which tells you how often your customers are coming back for more.
Repeat business.
Exactly. That's gold in network marketing. Then we have the average dollar amount per transaction, which tells you the average value of each sale.
So are they buying a lot of small items or are they buying a few high-ticket items?
Exactly. And finally, we have the net profit margin before tax, which tells you what percentage of your revenue is actually profit after deducting all your expenses.
So it's the bottom line.
It is. It tells you how much money you're actually making from your business.
Okay, so those are the 6 essential KPIs for network marketing.
There might be others that are specific to your business.
Right, and you might want to track those as well.
Exactly. It's about finding the metrics that are most meaningful for your unique situation.
Okay, so we're constantly collecting data, we're measuring our progress, but what do we do with all this information?
That's a great question, and that brings us to Milestone 7, business review.
Okay, so this is where we take a step back
Mm-hmm.
and analyze all the data.
Exactly. We look at the big picture, we identify trends, we see what's working and what's not.
And then we make adjustments.
Absolutely. The business review is all about making data-driven decisions to improve your business.
So how often should we be reviewing our business?
Emmanuel recommends a multi-tiered approach with reviews happening at different frequencies.
Okay, walk me through it.
He suggests a daily review of your cash flow to make sure you're staying on top of your finances,
Okay.
a monthly review of your KPIs to track your progress towards your goals,
Okay.
a quarterly review of your profit and loss statement and balance sheet, a half-yearly review of your business systems,
Okay.
an annual review of your overall business strategy and team performance,
Okay.
and a biannual review where you go back and revisit those business fundamentals, reassessing your vision, mission, and values.
Wow, that's a lot of reviewing.
It is, but it's all about being proactive and staying on top of your business.
So you're not just reacting to problems, you're anticipating them.
Exactly. It's about being in control and steering your business towards success.
Okay, and then the final milestone in Emmanuel's roadmap
Mm-hmm.
is milestone 8, building a mastermind group.
Ah, yes. This is the community building aspect of the journey.
So this is where you surround yourself with like-minded individuals.
Exactly. People who share similar goals, values, and aspirations.
So why is this so important?
He quotes Jim Rohn, who says, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with."
I've heard that quote before.
It's a powerful one, isn't it?
It is,
Yeah.
because you become who you surround yourself with.
Exactly. Your network has a profound impact on your mindset, your beliefs, and ultimately your success.
So how do you find a good mastermind group?
He recommends being intentional about building your network, seeking out individuals who inspire you, challenge you, and support you.
So find people who are a little bit ahead of you,
Yeah?
who you can learn from.
Exactly. And people who are at a similar stage in their journey so you can support each other.
So it's a two-way street.
It is. It's about giving and receiving support, sharing knowledge, and celebrating successes together.
Well, I think this has been a really great roadmap
Yeah.
for anyone who is thinking about getting into business, or even those who have been in business for a while.
It's a great reminder that success is not an accident. It's the result of following a proven plan and putting in the work.
And surrounding yourself with the right people.
Absolutely.
So as always, if you got value out of this deep dive, please hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell.
So you don't miss out on future episodes.
And we would love to hear from you in the comments section down below.
Yeah.
Let us know your biggest takeaway.
Yeah, what resonated with you the most?
Yeah, or if you have any other questions for us, just drop them in the comments below.
And don't forget, you can always send us a direct message as well.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next deep dive.
See you then, Wen.